Three teenagers in Ukraine committed 21 brutal murders in just 21 days, capturing their horrifying acts on video and cementing their place as some of the most infamous killers of the modern age. Today, we uncover the chilling case of the Dnepropetrovsk Maniacs. It was the summer of 2007 in Dnipro, Ukraine, a time when most people were enjoying sunny days, ice cream, and the warmth of community life. But that peaceful routine was shattered when a string of brutal murders put the entire town on edge. The attacks were completely random, leaving no pattern or motive for police to follow. Men, women, children, no one was spared. Fear gripped the town as residents realized that anyone could be the next victim. The terror began on June 25th, when 33-year-old Ekaterina Elchenko was walking down the street in broad daylight. Without warning, two young men struck her in the head with a hammer. The attack was so vicious that her own mother didn't recognize her body when she found it. Just 2 hours later, they attacked Roman Tatarovich, who was sleeping on a park bench. He too was killed with a hammer, his face left unrecognizable. Igor Suprunyuk, Viktor Sayenko, and Alexander Hanja weren't always killers, but their troubling behavior started early. Viktor and Alexander grew up as childhood friends, excelling in school and staying out of trouble, until Igor moved to the area and joined their circle. The trio quickly bonded, but their friendship took a dark turn. Igor introduced violent tendencies to the group, and by the time they reached their teenage years, their grades dropped, and their morals began to erode. Their disturbing hobbies started with torturing animals. Igor and Viktor would kill stray dogs and cats in secluded areas, stringing them up and taking photos of their work. Alexander often acted as the cameraman, documenting these gruesome acts. They even posed with the lifeless bodies, drawing cruel symbols and writing messages in the animals' blood. These behaviors showed clear warning signs of what was to come. As their acts of cruelty escalated, they seemed to feed off each other's sadistic energy. The killing spree began in late June 2007 and spanned just under a month, claiming 21 innocent lives. The attacks were brutal, swift, and horrifyingly random. Victims ranged from a 33-year-old woman walking home to a man asleep on a park bench. No one was safe. One of the most tragic cases was Sergei Yatsenko, a 48-year-old father and grandfather. On the day he was killed, he called his wife to say he'd be home soon, but he never made it. Instead, he was ambushed by Igor and Viktor, who filmed themselves bludgeoning him with a hammer and stabbing him with a screwdriver. While most victims didn't survive, there was one exception, an elderly woman named Lydia. She was attacked with a hammer but managed to escape when her dogs barked, scaring the killers away. Lydia's description of the attackers became crucial evidence in the case, helping police close in on the trio. The killer's desire for infamy became clear when their homemade video, "Three Guys, One Hammer," leaked online. The footage, showing the murder of Sergei Yatsenko, became one of the internet's most infamous videos. Authorities removed it from most platforms, but its notoriety remains. It serves as a chilling reminder of the trio's depravity and their need to relive their crimes by recording them. For those unfamiliar, it's best left unseen. Its disturbing content is not easily forgotten. The trio's reign of terror ended on July 23, 2007, when Igor made a careless mistake. He attempted to sell a mobile phone stolen from one of their victims at a pawn shop. When the phone was switched on to verify it worked, police were able to trace its location. Officers quickly moved in and arrested Igor and Viktor at the shop, while Alexander was captured at home shortly after. The evidence against them was overwhelming. Police discovered over 300 photos and several videos on their phones and computers, including the infamous "Three Guys, One Hammer" video. In court, the defense argued that the materials were fake, claiming the videos were doctored and the photos manipulated. Their attempt to deny the evidence only added to the courtroom drama. The judge, Ivan Senchenko, dismissed their arguments without hesitation. He openly condemned their lack of remorse, saying they were not blind and knew exactly what they had done. On February 11, 2009, Igor and Viktor were sentenced to life imprisonment for 21 murders and multiple other crimes. Alexander, the group's cameraman, received a 9-year sentence for robbery, as prosecutors couldn't prove he participated in the killings. The harsh sentences finally brought justice for the victims, ending one of the most horrifying crime sprees in recent history. Dnepropetrovsk Maniacs' crimes left an indelible scar on the local community of Dnipro. What was once a peaceful town became a place of fear and heartbreak. Families lost loved ones in senseless acts of violence, and the community struggled to make sense of the horrors that unfolded. Internationally, the case became infamous, not only for the sheer brutality of the murders, but also for the leaked videos that horrified anyone who came across them. If you enjoyed this deep dive, share your thoughts below and check out more cases by clicking the videos on your screen. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.